so. Me kwa kuriko fada me yabo. Fada me yabo yanu. Fada me yabo. Fada me yabo. Me kwa kuriko fada me yabo. Fada me yabo. Fada me yabo. Fada me sege yanu. Fada me yabo. Soya me da me yabo. Fada me yabo. Yabo fada me yabo yanu. Fada me yabo. Ido tele gba le kaba. Fada me yabo. La douceur zaza usuiba. Mais son le yane tizaka gabiele. Jido comme ça. Ko Babylon ne le ku noa tizako ye. Ko blusa obe wo togane. Ja o chien comme. Il compte le chien comme. Ça va pas bien comme peu. Un pas ou comme. Il y a qui comme. Population nous comme. Papa Sada comme. Ache nous comme peu. Pour il nous comme. Il y a ça comme. Yé comme le matin comme. Je connais comme peu. Mais on je sais comme. Le bon je sais comme. Le bon je sais comme. Et je ne sais quoi ma
Kesa meka yetangu
fada me yabo. 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 Fada me yabo.
Egusano nekane soya ya ponta esie. Fada me ya satine ya sota sefo. Tiara boy, yamana senu bokale. Mi amplese po akbeno wia ya vipoa. Soya ya ponta resio. Mesa me wanu papio. Tumeno wada papio na poto tlakale de group. Tiara boy, yamana senu bokala. Me me kwado kale mo wone ye ko Jésus Christ bo. Ya tlana no kwa go baba. Mi akwayo. Et quand Bethléem, là nous bon nous sommes. J'en mets pas plus puissant. Pas d'amé yabo. Ah oh, pas de ouais, tu peux payer à quoi la peau. Waka wasa ne pleut ni diaru. Ni ba me kwa yo mu kare aze. Ne bonne se di nous quoi. Mia ne de cousin nous bokaru ye bonne o. J'en mets kwa yo, c'est ti.
Poisson fada me yabo, 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 poisson fada me yabo. Yabo fada me yabo. Zoti sabe Jésus Christ no me adene kwa ye kane. So se mereto muse awo bosika ka yasu ye ka pie dia o. Ko wa do gbedo furo. Ye toi pas merveilleux pas. Subu va pigwe ya kubo. Subu va pigwe ya kabo. Kaso kwanu mwa ye ne ye ka nyaka kongo piese ye demia. So sebe ye ka froisa so ye langa konka. De ya merveilleux kwa be. Ye sota ye pone. Nga merveilleux. Ton plan me sonne ya kobele le toila yaka. Para kabe tonne wo webe ala bo bien sinde. Ala kobe sinde. O me bakara kudo. Jose ye pe sota sia ye do ye. Ye ga ija papier ye. Ye para ye para ne be. So sa konso. Merasi bezu pusa ngaselo bakubera mo. Yedo dano konza kabo da de Emmanuel. Yedo eja suda fada me yabo. Yedo soya me suda fada me yabo. Me yedo meno suda fada me yabo. Aprr fada me yabo. Fada me yabo. Fada me yabo.
Blanc bokayo.
Fada me yabo.
Meloni bale bo ye bonne.
Fada me yabo.
Fada me yabo.
Fada me yabo.
Melo se kwa bo kanu yabo.
Fada me yabo.
Fada
me yabo.
Usala yelo de usa. Na wa yipe kwa no Mon cœur est dans la joie, car est sauveur nous est né aujourd'hui. Il s'appelle Jésus-Christ, le sauveur de l'humanité. Nous sommes dans la joie. Ne vous en pas qu'il prisonnier, voyons même pas y tourner. Jésus-Christ, il y a nous quadra. Il est né de la Vierge Marie, et les mages ont vu son étoile briller depuis les cieux, et ils allaient l'adorer, donc adorons-le, c'est le sauveur, Jésus sauveur de l'humanité.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to say good evening and welcome to today's edition of the Heat Talk. My name is Junior Kawi Pay, and of course, I'm here alongside Fanso Wumba Shadrach Togbe, the change agent. Again, we'd like to say welcome to the show. All of you joining us via Radio Land, those of you too watching us on Facebook and YouTube, we'd like to say welcome to the show here this evening. Fanso and Shadrach G. Togbe, good evening and welcome to the show, Chiefs.
Good evening, Junior. Good evening to Afanso as well. And good evening to our listening audience, Radio Land, via YouTube, Facebook, whatever medium you are using.
You saw what DK just posted in the chat room?
Let me go there. I haven't seen.
Okay, please go there. Afanso, welcome to the show.
John?
Afanso, are you there? Yes, sir. Welcome to the show, Chief.
John, how you doing? Good evening.
Good evening.
It's a good show, bro. Thank you. I appreciate your coming here today. So I hope we had a good show today.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
I just seen it.
Welcome to the show.
You saying stuff?
I mean, it's disappointing, man.
Yeah. So these are some of the things we said. I think somebody said today. CIWT announcing it. We need to be fast to announce our how platform guys. When they don't appear, it bring bad feeling to our followers.
Yeah, we have to find out something very quickly. We got to drop something for the show again. If you just joining, we'd like to say welcome. You're about to listen to the Heat Talk here on BKS Television. On the Heat Talk, we say dialogue and not confrontation. We say words and not bullet. We discuss our issues and not the personality. We don't deal with people's personal issue here on the show. But again, Shadrach, let's hear you today. What's on your mind? A couple of things happening in Liberia today. A whole lot of them. But let's hear you. What's on your mind, Chief?
Yeah, Gino, thank you so much. You see, today I was kind of surprised when I saw a list of officials of governments that refused to declare their assets, and they were recommended for dismissal by the government. So if I am given a position to say serve as a government official, director general for a particular entity, why is it difficult for me to tell the public what I worth? If I have my one building or house, announce it. It worth 30,000. I have my farm. It worth 100,000. My balance bank account, 10,000. Now, what they probably will know, required to know. Then, when you leave power, you say, after power, I have this. To just prove you clear, a transparent leader. Why our officials refuse to learn The same thing we spoke again, past government. And they came to power doing the same. Not because we support them and we are still supporting to do the better, to do better rather. It means that when they do wrong, we're not talking. I saw it very bad, and I think there should be some penalty so that it will not continue with other officials in the future. Again, today, I witnessed the guy who went to Ecobank to rob a during daylight, and he's a lying guy. And I really know what's going on in this country. So, and we got a lot to say, but for now, this I think I'm running off here.
Yeah, we will dive into that Ecobank thing. We're going to dive into a couple of issues we've been hearing, a couple of news we've been hearing, but unfortunately, the person at large have not spoken to the public. Neither the police have bring up official statement. But again, we've been hearing a couple of things behind the scene. Couple of them. Efanso, welcome to the show. Let's hear you what's on your mind this evening.
Yeah, thank you, John. Today, just like you said, we're going to discuss about follow the Ecobank issue when the fellow went in the bank to rob broad day in Monrovia. I watched it live, and another thing is the debate in Buyao today in the by-election. I also watched it, and the three candidates. Yeah, three candidates was there.
That debate was fun.
And it went somehow, some kind of way, but anyway, we're going to discuss that.
Thank you. DK, good evening and welcome to the show.
DK is frozen. You can see your face.
You see how the GB, the man eating, even giving you a face to get puff up.
Yeah, go freeze or good boy. Yeah, DK.
What's up, GB? Say flower. Look at him.
DK, your mic is muted, Chief.
Yeah, so the woman is not coming. I sent a message in the chat room. She on the train from DC, and she might reach home late. So she asked, tell us already that she will be with us tomorrow. She traveling with it on the train from DC to PA. So yes, so we might host her tomorrow. So that's the only disappointing thing I have. She sent text. I screenshot and sent it to you guys in the chat room, apologizing for the conflict of schedule. So that's it. You guys can continue until we get somebody join.
So the woman go back to the States?
You said?
Do you know that one? So the people that call it like grew up.
No, they got places in Liberia called DC now.
What DC if they now?
So I said she's from Washington DC, traveling to Pennsylvania, Philadelphia.
Do you have that place like Europe?
So she on a train.
Most of the places got the same.
She on a train. She's not able to speak on the train. You know the train is noisy.
Okay, no problem.
But the DC from here, DC, New York, you don't need train. You don't need plane. Why you need plane for? People working in P and go to work in DC. What are you talking about?
Okay. So, gentlemen, a couple of things happening in Liberia today. Richie from the Ombudsman office recommending to the president to dismiss few government officials. From there, we saw a guy who is believed to be a lecturer at the Doklati Medical School going to rob Ecobank, and a couple of things in Buyao debate in Leave My Shite with Koto Quadri demanding to be called Honorable Koto Quadri, and Boris Valier calling him junior colleague. Couple of things happened today in Liberia. But let's bring Siawete Zoget to the show this evening. Siawete, good evening and welcome. You're calling him junior colleague. Siawete, are you there?
Hello?
Good evening and welcome to the show, Chief. Siawete, we are not hearing you. I don't know what is wrong with your microphone, but you
It's
need to
not a
work.
team call want to see. We want to hear you.
Hello? You getting
Welcome
me?
to the
Wow.
show. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
thank you. Thank you, Junior. Where are we?
What's on your
What's on
mind?
your mind this evening?
Well, we are happy to be here again. And I mean, training issue in the country, there are many. Just that maybe the social aspect of it is that maybe the fellow who was allegedly went to rob. But for me, like I said on my page, I'm still tap lip until we can get a full detail, because the personality involved. From my understanding, he's a coordinator for the master program at the University of Liberia, and then such a person to go quote unquote unrob broad daylight is still I'm still trying to figure it out, because and another side of it is that it's a love affair issue. Mental issues sometimes
Yeah.
is handled
You
differently.
see, I'm
So
trying to understand. I'm trying to understand that whole thing. I read a couple of news from the beginning. Later on, I saw a couple of Facebook posts. And I mean, I'm not really understanding the story. I don't know what led to that. I don't know whether this was intentional. I don't really know. From my end, I don't know. But
for what I'm understanding is that he's in an affair with a girl, and then that girl, he put so much time and energy and resources, but then the the situation now is that the lady is not paying attention and what have you with the investment and all of that. So people handle situation differently. For me, I don't want to believe that he went to rob, but I think he just went to engage. From what I heard is that he had pepper spray. That's another they say, but they say he had pepper spray. I think he went to engage the girl, and then obviously where the customers and then the customer and the teller conversation, for example, when it's not where you're supposed to be, because there are a boundary between the teller and that of the customer. So when you go beyond your band, obviously the camera or the security will alarm the situation. So from that aspect, that's what happened. But I still don't believe that he went to rob, because even if somebody went to rob in a daytime where everyone is sitting, I think they could say, oh, the man went to burglarize in the night. Though there can be hassle, but one person to just walk in an area where you got security, you got people there. For me, it's still difficult to understand. But as it is, we are with the outcome of the investigation. That's how I see it. But I still don't figure out that someone will go broad daylight to go and rob a bank.
We're discussing that now, right?
Come?
Yeah, we're discussing that. At first, we are coming. You see, for me, these are cases that I like, criminal cases, and I always love to be on the defense side. I like to take the issue to another level. I beg you, sorry. DK is putting me in some kind of problem. I would take other side of this thing. I would not agree with Siawete. Maybe we agree on one or two words, but somehow, some way, I would not agree with him. We are sorry today that we cannot bring Coleman and Edith. I know Siawete has won this debate some way, somehow, and we discuss that after the show. We're going to spend 2 hours here today. Most likely 1 hour, 30 minutes, we're going to spend it here, and after that, we'll go for a little short meeting. DK need to be held in contempt. Alfonso, let's hear you on this thing. How do you see this entire robbery thing? After that, we go to
we got breaking news in the chat room. Gentlemen, please check that, please.
That thing is not serious thing. I beg you. Don't distract people from the show.
Why y'all say again? Why y'all say again with Charu again?
Don't mind,
Oh, okay,
man.
okay.
Let's hear you.
That's a good thing. Anyway, we will discuss that. We will discuss that. And not serious thing, but I'm gonna cop until. But anyway, let's see. They hear about this. You know, I want to be skeptical on how I discuss issues like this. Like yesterday, we got a Facebook post that said the government is trying to tell churches to register or to pay tax, and the government can refute the information through the Ministry of Information today, which I believe if it was something that we discussed, then we would be. We did not do justice to the public. Thank God we did not discuss it. We just the same way we heard it, how we say it. But again, for this one, for somebody to say the person went to rob, we'll wait to see the report from the police, whether they got some firearm from him. They say you pepper spray, we can see the display of those materials or items. Then we can start to discuss the issue. But I don't know, even if the CIWT say if somebody have problem with a girl of his, he go to the working place, cause any trouble there, why can't you wait her come home and try to discuss it instead of you going to a working place? Perhaps maybe the force in use there, people consider it to be robbery or other stuff. I don't know, but we got to wait and see what the police outcomes or police investigation is. Then we will know how to start the issue.
For now, we all still consider this to be alleged. We all consider it to be alleged. Now, let's hear you, Shadrach G. Tugbe.
Yeah, no, even though you are a legal practitioner, but it's an alleged case. So no one they can conclude that yes, it happened. So I want to partly agree with Shawty, because somebody did a post after that incident took place. The president did not explain in detail why he says I'll explain, but not today. He said, if you fear nobody, fear woman. Then he captioned the guy, robbery activity, and just I will explain that today. But if you don't fear anybody, fear woman. So that tells me that indeed what somebody explained between this guy and the girl who works at the bank, between both of them. John, let me say this: when others are traumatized, they got different reaction. And at that point in time, they just decide whether they die in the process or whatsoever. They just don't care. There are other people that how they react to issue, and there's people who just bear and grieve and let it go for at certain point in time. But other people want to do to just react once and for all. So probably he had been like traumatized based on their past activity, a lot of investment he had carried on, but then he not seeing favor from that person any longer. No, it play on people emotion. Differently, we get different reactions. So I'm going to partly agree with Charity, because to unrob, especially in the bank where thousands of customers have gone to transact, a single man, even if he has RPG, and then heavy arm, and that security are there, to just walk in that vicinity to say you will rob that bank single-handedly, I doubt it. But again, we can't underestimate other people's action. Probably, other people stand by that will know when you put a land will come. I have no idea. But I just want to probably agree with my brother based on that analysis he made. Yeah. But
thank you. For me, what I see on this thing here is that I would give 80% of robbery, and I would give 20% of the other side. Why? Because the preliminary information that we're seeing in the public is that he went to rob. Why do I agree with some of this information? One, A single person can rob a bank. A single person, especially in Liberia, where you don't see firearm, mostly with security officers. So for a mere security man who is manning a bank, a guy with a single barrel pistol can enter that bank and hold all of them hostage. According to information, he didn't just go with the firearm, he also went with pepper spray. These are equipment you can use just in case you want to carry on some other illegal activities. And he had all of them with him. So how do I believe that this person went to rob the bank? Because he had firearm. He didn't just have a firearm with him. He also had pepper spray with him. Now let's see this thing on another scene. It's very unfortunate for some people. Very unfortunate for this. I don't know how I should say this generation, but because he's a very old man, that you will be frustrated by somebody who people refer to as your fiancé, and you go to that extreme of putting yourself in jeopardy. Now, she's not the one going to prison tonight. She's not the one sleeping at the police station or wherever they detain him. She won't be the one. So I think we really, really have to maybe create some awareness with this thing. And some of the things I'm hearing is that he was married. And unfortunately for him, he had a relationship with this girl. And because of this girl, he left his previous marriage. So you are focusing on this girl now to make things happen between the both of them. And she let him down. So it's very unfortunate for him. It's very bad for him. And I don't advise anybody to venture that anger like that. If you are maybe angry about certain things, I believe that there are other ways to handle them.
And John, these are all somebody's statement, insinuation with this next fact. So we just discussing it on the how to call it the surface, because we are not getting the actual information. So I believe if the information is true, we will discuss it in a different form. But now everything now is speculation. So as it is still a speculation, everything we say also is speculation too. So we see nation, how we see things, and how we discuss it. So we just put in the case, true in case it happened that way. That it's not a good thing. But I believe if the police bring the information up and tell us what's going on or what happened, then we can see now how to discuss the issue. Yeah, I can't really take that no serious until the police information is out.
So before we go to District 5, I know today we might not stay as long as we stay here because of our guests and the stories we have a little. The Office of the Ombudsman carried out some investigation recently, and those investigations, they have already come up with the final conclusion, and there were a recommendation made to the president that the investigation was done on several different reasons, but then the ombudsman have made a recommendation to the president that approximately 20 or 26 persons have been recommended to the president for dismissal. Now, for Councillor Kopo Kuro, the ombudsman said he participated in political activities when he's not supposed to do so as a minister. The code of conduct prohibits him from doing that. So I want us to center this discussion around that issue. Do you think the president will listen to the advice from the ombudsman based on this investigation to dismiss these people without any other benefits? Or do you think the president will disobey the ombudsman? Let's hear you on this issue. Remember, the president dismissed people from tenure position based on similar accusation. He dismissed them. So I want to start with you first, Siawete. This last in your quote, you have 98% issues to discuss on this one. Let's hear you. What's your side?
Yeah, thank you. Before we get to District 5, I know there will be some training discussion, but for me, firstly, I'm not a lawyer, but when it comes to constitution, we all have our constitutional right. And as a matter of fact, the president has a constitutional power to do appointment. You know, what is done over there, the issue of ombudsman, I don't want to believe whether it's a constitutional matter. I think it's there to guard, and government officials of the ethical and moral behavior at job. And for me, what I see, most of those people he posted or he listed are all politicians. All of them, they are politicians. So people who the president appoints are people who he got confidence in. And the ombudsman is a recommendation. It is not thing that is binding. It level the president to make decision. Mind you, if it was even based on recommendation that those guys will lose their job, it requires them going to the law, because one, the people also got a constitutional right under the law to associate and disassociate at any point in time. So constitutionally, they got a right to associate. Constitutionally, they got a right to be in any political institution. Mind you talk about the issue of code of conduct. The president dismissed people. No. The first thing, area of integrity institution. What make that institution? I don't want to go into the constitutional side of that. But for example, if you are at maybe the anti-graft institution, your role should be clear. And you should literally be a neutral person. But all of those guys, their position or where they are all politicians. And mind you, they will bring up argument that and the code of conduct does not stop you also from involving into political activities. Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, they don't stop you from engaging into political activities. What it does is that there are time limit. For example, you, Junior, as a politician, when it's after 6, because they got stipulated government working hour. When that time reaches, I mean, you leave work, but you can be at work and then performing political function. No. That's why, from a little understanding that I got from the code of conduct or the ombudsman side. So if all of those things giving, it is because Luther Tappert, for example, is a political party chairman. Will you prevent him from taking part into political activities? And what point in time did he attend political activities? That's the point. So it's difficult to understand. Rules does not supersede constitutional matter. The Constitution is above all. That's why you, as a citizen, you got all other right under the law to associate with any political party at any time. But for me, in my mind, if the argument be because the president dismissed, you should also look at a trend. Because if you are in certain position that you are not to, affiliate or participate in certain level, then it becomes an argument. And at what point in time and what were the conditions? That's how I see it. But all of those arguments for me in my mind, it is recommendation. It is not binding. It left with the president to make a decision. But mind you, that decision, if even the president has to do, they can challenge the decision because they are all political actors. That's what I can say.
Thank you. I know Siawiti took the side of his Unity Party men them, and he defended them on that issue. But let's hear from you, Shadrach G. Togbe. Shadrach, let's hear you. Do you think the president will go by this investigation report?
this platform is international view and things that I have no knowledge on. I don't like to discuss it. So they spoke well, on other issues that I know. So I don't want to delay our time. I'm here to discuss Booyah. Is that with the president to look at the constitution and the code of conduct whatsoever, which one's the best? He's the president and I'm also a legal person. So I don't have much knowledge on legal issues to discuss, especially if I not read that code of conduct in detail, what it says and what the person did. So definitely can go to other panelists and who follow to Abu the election process.
Evangelist, let's hear you.
Yeah, John, it's just hard to discuss the issue, but when you're discussing it, some people will say you part of the political party and you want to defend. But the ambushman, he needs to also know that every elected position in the country is a political position, one. And key appointed position associated with the elected position that the president can dismiss anytime and appoint, with the exception of maybe the state-owned enterprises here and good governance, the training position beside them. The rest of the other positions, the ministers, deputy ministers, all of those positions are all occupied by political actors and they are all politicians and they take part in politics every day. So the ombudsman should be aware of this. If those guys leave their office time and take part in political activities, it's quite different. Then the man is not at work, but he's taking part in political activities. There are two things the ombudsman should be looking at before you can make recommendation. I understand. I just want to take a Cooper Cross scenario like this. Cooper Cross, for instance, I know the background for which the ombudsman will involve him because of the recent senatorial election in Nimba. The recent senatorial election because he was seen in Tapeta talking to some supporter. How they call it, in Tapeta with in studios. People feel he was on campaign, and that time it was not a working hour or working time. More beside, they went for the political party when Skoga was joining the party. He was there and making his statement as a chairman. And at which time it was not working time, he was off clock. So meaning when you off clock, you shouldn't say anything about politics. That's what they're saying. I think the ombudsman need to rethink some of those decisions. People will say, oh, the thing happened in the past, and the other people say something about this, that. But it happened in the past, and the positions that people were looking at not to take part into electoral activities or campaign for a political party was like maybe the good governance for each state or the state-owned enterprises like LPRC and other area or the Freeport. The managing director and other people, they needed to be to where they are generating revenue for the country while other political actors are there. But if you allow the minister who is the political leader, let me say the chairman of a party, a minister who is the political leader for a party, you are lying to be in your government, then the first thing before they tell them before you can come to the government, resign before you come to the government. Let's see if he already resigned, he will be active in politics. But since that is not the case, the man is a political actor or chairman or secretary for a party and accepting him to serve a position, you will definitely notice that you will also have that link with that party. That is clear. So I don't know what anyway he made his recommendations, but he left out to the president. The president will say, okay, gentlemen, because you went off clock and said so and so thing on the political gallery, so you are sad. Then the people will challenge.
Now, as a citizen,
when they taking the told more all of people to resign, the people went to court. They took their appeal to court, and the court said, I mean, they said they were right. The court said the people got it right. They get a fundamental right, as Security said. You got to associate yourself. The ambushment cannot restrict you from association. But there are other areas that need to be restricted though. So the ambushment should rethink his decision.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, you want to say, you can go ahead. You want to ask?
Yeah, no, actually, I want to say maybe in a full question or maybe so the ambushment issue, the code of conduct. I don't.
Shadrach, you want to?
Yeah, he's asking.
Let's hear you.
John, you sticky.
No, I come in. So no, if I'm not talking about something about no off job and no off job statement whatsoever, right? So the code of conduct, I don't think it's about somebody being off job to make a statement in political gathering. I think it's about a particular position you occupy that you have no right to take part in political activity till you take over that position. So it's not like okay, after 6 o'clock you can make a statement, then tomorrow no. The statement made this evening, but a statement that always going across the nation, and it can let you tomorrow morning, after 8. So it's a position that when you occupy, you don't need to speak to any political activity.
Unless you bring that phrase that says you shouldn't take part at all in any political activities. In our code of conduct, you bring it, we can discuss it. But for me, I don't think that is the case. They say you shouldn't be on job and be.
Are you hearing me?
Yeah. You're never just thinking about getting you. Go ahead.
Okay, let me make my side of the story here, right? I think the president should listen to the ombudsman. The ombudsman is the most independent.
DK, where you frozen?
Are you getting me?
I'm getting you. DK, where I'm talking to you frozen?
Oh, how about going?
So just want to say, I mean that's a belated birthday. My guy.
Congratulations, in advance.
I said belated birthday to them. What kind of congratulations?
Pastor, can we discuss a photo a little bit then before we go to movie, please?
Yeah, let me see. All our ambushment will discuss that photo later.
Yeah. Put the photo up. Please put the photo up.
Hey,
let me feel that.
John, go ahead.
No, I want to be on the side. I want to see that photo up.
No.
They put
yesterday I told you to ask Siawete. When Siawete is currently, it is saying a telephone. Our CIA agent discover what Gio is.
Now,
so Gio tell her a little bit about this picture, please.
Instead of you, DK, instead of you discussing ambushment, you want to discuss photo. Now the photo is there. What you want to see about this photo? DK.
You go ahead. You go ahead.
DK, man.
Guabum, era un bebé.
No matter the picture really I call it global. Don't spoil it without it down.
So, Efanso.
Yeah.
But before we go to the next topic, Gio, that man, that woman leader in Liberia that they take it pepper spray and all kind of things at home. You can stand it anyway. We'll just pay it to you. We'll just pay it to you for that place to take care of you. Gentlemen, what was the topic today? Let's discuss. They said what happened between Boris and Kota supporter. What happened between Tato? You tell me about the debate. What happened today in Butu?
You've been following the show.
We're going to the debate. Don't rush the thing. We got more time.
I'm following the thing here. You can be breaking in. You know, I saw the begin saying now we want to do my heart. Caught.
You don't get serious relationship. You got it now.
You see.
The people can say your partner, all the things that happen in Kigali.
You see, John, everything lost now. John, you can go ahead.
No, I remain focused. I know DK. I got picture of DK here. He just want me to put that picture up. I will still put it up after before we go to Booyah stuff.
Listen, Joe. Let me say the last thing on the thing before you know when Siawete were engaged. Siawete were engaged in a very Kigali. So we just excited that all people will go to Siawete allow you.
That information gotta be authentic.
Siawete went for Matthew Susan in America from Boston straight to Kigali. They say they begin. I think they in week. Now they reading everything. I will listen to them.
Okay.
God.
All right. I think I hear about I see with this story when I came here. Somebody told me, but I already have the.
You better focus on the birthday itself.
My man, you're going to Booyah election. People that they want to listen to the debate analysis. What's your forgotten thing? When you get behind, after no issue,
the Shadrach man, I don't know. But let me have my 1 cent on this issue, right? Now, I believe that the president should listen to the ombudsman because he was appointed to do that work. He served on a basis of not thinking whether somebody is my brother or my sister. But again, if the president cannot listen to the ombudsman advice, if the president cannot listen to the ombudsman, then I believe that there is no reason for us to have ombudsman in Liberia. Because it happens to Garrison. Garrison was removed. Just the same issue. The code of conduct is quite different from the Constitution. Now, the Constitution says you have a right to affiliate, but the code of conduct also mandates you that when you are appointed in this position, you relinquish that right. It's like you being arrested and put in prison. When you are in prison, some of your rights are being taken away. For example, the freedom of movement, the freedom to communication. Those rights are taken away from you once you are in prison. So similar thing is attached to these positions. Once you are appointed as a minister, you sign to that code of conduct, and you are to obey the code of conduct. You have to do everything that is within the code of conduct. So for an individual who was up, this is where I get things very much complicated. Now you take a political party chairman, appoint him as Minister of Labor. Then you saying this person will not affiliate with his political party. This thing happened to, I don't know, the MDR youth chair or something like that. He's removed from his position currently. So if the president cannot do the same to these people that are listed, then I believe that citizens of Liberia should stand up for their fellow citizens' rights, because people have been affected by that before. If you can set me right here, the vice chair for I don't know whether Youth Congress or what, MDR, during the burial of Senator Johnson, when he spoke on behalf of the MDR political party, upon his return to Monrovia, he was removed from his position. So why can't you do it to the other people? I want to use this medium to call on the president. I think
no, Joe. The vice chair for PYJ party and PYJ burial, when we NSA, and the NSA, the institution code of conduct as national security institution, you don't participate in any political party issue. Yeah, that was different. So you were punished by an institution.
Junior, first you should know that. I mean, I don't think we really need to elevate the conversation yet. Let's start to go to Booyah. But before we go, right?
Gentlemen, listen.
Listen to me now.
Protecting the government always. If you want to say, okay, let me finish my own. Let me finish. I'll give you your time. Let me finish my own. I believe that the president should act in accordance with this report from the Ombudsman Office. Why? Because people of similar attitude before have been removed from power based on similar situation. So at this time around, I believe that the president should also act, because this code of conduct is not different from the code of conduct of NSA. The code of conduct is not different from the code of conduct of the GSC. The code of conduct is not different from Good Governance Commission. So if you can remove people based on those code of conduct, why not remove these other people based on the same code of conduct? So let's be real to the issue. Let's be very blunt to it. Now, the NSA had their own allegation. They said this person leaked out personal information. They said this person participated in electoral activities. But the same people that the code of conduct prohibit them not to participate in electoral activities are also participating in them. Should we sit here and close our mouth to say yes, because we affiliate with the vice president and me, we shouldn't say something against this government when the government is going wrong?
John.
The people are like removed. We are because of the same thing.
John.
So if this government wants to work in the interest of the Liberian people, I believe he
No, man, not because you hold.
Yeah.
Get what you that way running
If I say y'all need you, now you expect it, now you like it, y'all tell me, you explain the law. Y'all need to explain the law.
You are learning law, you have to learn Liberian law. Liberian law will tell you any law that is not in connection with the Constitution is not a law. Let me let you know that the Constitution says you got right. Every citizen in the country, whether you or why you are a citizen, you got right to your freedom of movement, freedom of association. So if any law that can say don't associate yourself, that law is not in connection with the Constitution. So the court can back you anywhere you go at any time. So you should know that.
Efanso, let me ask you one question. People that are in prison, do they have freedom of movement? Efanso.
But prisoner.
People that are in prison, do they have freedom of movement?
You say prison. Why would prison have your movement
now,
right in the prison?
Listen, I wanted to set a precedent here. The Constitution says you should have freedom of movement, freedom of association, freedom of communication. But once you are arrested and placed behind bars, these freedoms or these rights are taken away from you. Why? Because you disobey.
So then what the Constitution to say about somebody association and party?
I come in. Now the Constitution says you have your right for association of any kind. You have the right to associate of any kind, maybe of a labor group or a political party or any of them. But then once you are signing to a particular or let's say a code of conduct, and that code of conduct is in line with the Constitution, you do not disobey the code of conduct. If you disobey the code of conduct, directly you have disobeyed the Constitution. So the code of conduct is not in any way against the Constitution. Those that made that law, they knew that this code of conduct is working in line with the Constitution. If they knew it was not working in line with the Constitution, they would have banned the code of conduct, because the code of conduct is not bigger than the Constitution. So what got me confused is that why will you tell these people to not do this thing, but you're taking them from that same place? You tell the labor minister not to associate with any political party, but the labor minister is also a member of a political party and a chairman of a political party. So I think this is long overdue. We have prominent people in Liberia who are not associating with any political party, and I think it is about time that these people be dismissed. According to the ombudsman, he's not working for the president, he's working for the Liberian people. He's the most independent person in the entire country. His investigation is
are you concerned constitutional matter into the case? Is just taking it one way because ombudsman say they should dismiss?
Listen, Shadrach, before any law comes into existence in a country, any other law aside the Constitution, those laws are highly vetted. They are vetted, and then before it passes into law. So at the vetting stage, if those people that were passing that law, if they knew it didn't align with the Constitution, they wouldn't have done it. But as they say, every right has its own obligation. Therefore, if you are appointed to a certain position that tells you not to affiliate with political party,
I disagree with you. Hello, Jim, I disagree with you. You are a law student. why you think people can amend no constitution whatsoever, or they can revise the constitution? Because some clause cannot be no article satisfactory to the citizen well-being or to the expectation of how it's going to function. So when we say it was vetted and they agree, it doesn't always be the way people expect for it to go. That we can have no adequate amendment or revise of the constitution. So that true referendum before we go into it. So understand that those things they happen sometimes. We change it based on factors. You also do, man.
So I think we are saying the same thing here. But
no, the same thing you said because it was better and agreed upon, so it means that it's a fact. So one argument recommend that it means that person to dismiss. So if you also look at constitutional aspect, like I said, there are issues that you will say argument will recommend. The person also consider constitutional right of the individual to be recommended, and it can be investigated before they take action. So another thing, your argument is.
Let's welcome to the show Leslie S. Kelsey. Leslie, good evening and welcome to the show, Chief. Leslie is gone. Now, I want to rest my case on this. I know all of these guys on the show, they are unity partisans, they are friends of the vice president, and all of that. But let me rest my case on this.
Don't do that to us.
So then now you will now balance the argument on the platform as one of the someone will speak in my attach people to the party. How many times we defend ourselves that we are not a political person or not because of John Brown or Peter? It's not the case. I just speaking the fact about constitution matter. It's not about no defending party. I'm not a political party, no person.
So we will be having Jackson Mearman from the district to tell us what transpired today in the during the debate in Butu. Jackson will be joining us very shortly to tell us what transpired in Butu. But before then, let's try to bring you a video from today's event in Butu. We will go from the end to the beginning of the debate, and you will have your 1 or 2 cents on this issue. I think this will take us home.
BB to the Dominoes. Look at singing star.
Y'all who are fans in Minnesota than
No, you will come for me. Jerry, this is what be playing.
That's what kind of music my guy playing. What I want, I can't believe it. You leave it. Yo, we are found in Minnesota.
Who come to explain
Jackson Mearman. Jackson is one of the journalists at the radio station in Butu, and he was there today. Okay. He saw the entire event, so he will join us to tell us what happened there indeed. But let's play this video so that we can have a discussion.
Nimba County Electoral District, number 5, Ducal debates is beginning right now. Thank you. All right, today from Butu Buyao, District number 5 electorally, and Zobe Administrative District. Today we are beginning Ducal debates with the candidates in the by-election to replace Sango and Koga, right from this town of Butu. As we begin today, the following candidates have agreed to attend today's debate and may just be in the hall. Today, we
what happened? It's not off.
Is that went off? I don't know what's going on. Yeah. No went off.
But he was in the different end.
Yeah. Welcome to the show. B. Magluon and Alice Law. opening the show. And let me see why he was trying to show. I don't think he did not what they call a video here. See, oh god. Yeah. Anyway, so I think I don't know whether how many of you
Get the opportunity to Magua, John come back.
You say?
Already.
Okay.
Mark, welcome to the show. Mark Gleeman, welcome to the show. You got to talk small thing about this. How do you call it? Oh, John, you are bad, right?
Play video, then we'll go back to Mark.
I don't know what went on with you just now.
Yo, please.
You are muted.
Yo, please edit Magni and provide chair. CMC.
District, Nimba County Electoral District, number 5. Please join to the event and talk to the people of district number 5. We are Zebe wants to hear from you. Next, Representative Jackson S. Moore. Jackson Moore is yet absent. He arrived very soon. And so, ladies and gentlemen, having now seen the people arrive, the candidates of the we rise together to sing the national anthem of the Republic of Liberia. Everybody, the national anthem. We cannot make no better in Liberia. Let's talk about car. And Japan is on a break. It sounds really good. Yes, now. So who will the people sound the Lord take that now? 1, 2, 3, 4. Mama, your people say my color the debate. I'm finished with it. But the person there's a particular man talking here. You, come to me, come. In fact, the president of the government now should pay for us to process all over here from the beginning because we get okay. What am fool?
Why the video playing?
Why stop the process? Take on to the man called you.
So, gentlemen, I beg you, we had to go to the end of the video and to play it from there. This is the part where Koto Kwaru went head to head with the man Boris Pali. I want you to listen to this segment of it. Then we can have your say on that while we bring the next segment of the debate.
So even record video from Kenya or that serious problem.
Yeah, so let's hear from them here.
Yes, thank you very much. I want to pass you. Understand? All right. Question number 1. Program to Bali. I heard you speaking about agriculture simultaneously. But then, in the past year, you have a agriculture farming group called Zamiazan. When this group was brought here, you told our mother, go and do your cassava farming. We will process the cassava here and we ship it to the United of America. Our mother in Nare, Diope, Nebiato, make this farm, and all these farms were there and got damaged. You never come back to pay them. As you speak, some of them are frustrated. They said the same family you're talking about, yes, where is the farm? Why you stop the process? Hello. I'm afraid we gotta close up the door. We can't hear you. Can you hear Maria? So, the letter will not continue the delay. Your letter will not be outside here. You need to tell you what you can do for you. You came here for some reason. And the reason is clear to you. If you are supporting a papa or anybody, you need to listen. Okay, Maria, proceed. Okay, thank you very much. Go ahead, don't worry about it. Please, I don't want you to do all dancing. Please ask your question again. Not all dancing, ask your question. No, the man asked the question. Did you understand? No, I don't understand. Okay, ask it quickly. Maria, what is the status of the Zaniasa that you brought here to produce cassava here? The Zaniasa still existing? Where it is? If it's not existing, why? Okay, thank you very much. Let me correct you. The company name is Nigeria Farmer Development Corporation, LEFACO. LEFACO is an existing company that have built factory right here in this district. LEFACO is the company that is working with all the farmers. The farm you see all around here, LEFACO is the company. So the Zamaniasa is the terminology of a water. So the company name is Liberia Farmer Development Corporation. It's a larger agricultural company in this republic, in Indian history. Question number two. Question number two. Question number two. Our mothers that honor the season, which was a terminology, and you ask them to do a cassava part, and you didn't pay for the cassava. Not because of them now. Go ahead. This will show them you get down. You get down. Come again. I say my dear brother. This district. You ask your question? No, I'm answering to the question. All right. I said, why a chief and correct that you have the snake cross and they were hired to do a cassava farm here, and you promised to buy the cassava and prosper you. The good Zamaniasa is the bill that brought life to agriculture in the district. The bill you're talking about, the million you're talking about, we taught them how to be improved farming, and now they are doing improved farming in their community. So they bring their all in the community, the family and food is done in the district. My last question. No. You don't have last question. You have a new daughter. Say no or yes to what he said. Thank you. Our brother Daniel, beside your own farm that you have a hall, you don't see the farm on the road. Can you show me 10 more houses in our district? I don't need a no more question. Do you say yes or no to what he said? Okay? Our brother Daniel, for all of what you have said is nothing. I disagree with you. Because all of what you have said is just a story created by you with no evidence. Alright, do you have questions for him now? No, I want to that rebuttal. I want to. Yeah, you cannot respond to the rebuttal. Okay, you can only ask questions first. Thank you. My dear brother. Oh, please. I'm on my Who's calling you? Please call the man by his name. Address him by his name. Please do that. Hello. Address the man by his name. Hello. Yes. On the calling. In the stage. We are not running democracy. We are running. No. You got to call the man by his name. You got to do that. Call him by his name. Nigeria Barakota Bambi. Yes. Nigeria Barakota Bambi. Go ahead. You, as Kota Bambi, be the only and we'll see what happened in the district. Have you realized that life or agriculture or project in the district? Have you seen that happening here? No, here. First and the lead. Number 2 election, program. From Florida to come to BT, that you lay on. We pay the budget for over a period of time. And you see some improvement on the way you lay off of Bolivia? Yes, political intervention. That is not how you address political opening. Thank you. Yes. I need to make clarity and rebuttal. No, is that no. You have to say hello. Do you say yes or no to what you said? That's important. No, I don't agree. Yes, I agree. Which one? I want to say no to be very sincere to what is happening in your district. But are you saying the agriculture, the fact that I see the building is a stronger member than me? I want to say no to that. But are you saying all intervention that open roads in all of the community, even that you don't want to come here, to say it's a political thing? No, when we are spending the budget of doing intervention, they worth even 2 years salary as a representative. But because you have an opening and you want to open access, you want to open the road, for you to tell us it's a political thing, there's a wrong idea, there's a bad thing. I think you want to ask somebody, the break, no, you're not crossing down about it, please come. Please come.
This is what happened today in District 5. And y'all tell the editor to stop laughing. Alfonso, let's start with you. How do you rate these guys? You listen to their performance. Let's hear you, Alfonso. I have a lot to say on this thing.
John, I don't know how the debate was handled, but I saw the way the interaction, the two guys, firstly, they were not relaxing, asking each other. People were asking each other that they are angry with each other and other stuff. Sometimes in debate, you don't have to shout before people know that you are talking something serious. You gotta just cool your temper and say something that people will understand. Because if you're saying this, so other people will just think you are saying it out of anger. Even if that is true thing you say, people will say you're saying it out of anger. And I saw the anger on the both of their faces, Koto also telling, it is true that in a debate, there is no child there, or your son is not there, or your brother is not in a debate to say my little brother, when the both of you are, concentrating, or maybe canvassing for the same position, then you will be calling your little brother. It almost like you want him to the superior say you want to overshadow everything in the debate so that he can be calling you big brother, and for that respect to come, the big brother should respect. So Koto wanted to deviate from that, say no, you have to call me honorable Koto Kwaglu, you call me by my name so that you call me little brother. Because you call me little brother, he will set it to your ring in my mind, say, oh, I'm talking to my big brother, so let me take that. So all of the things, they play a crucial role in the debate. You got to respect the person, talk to him like a honorable person. After all, the next thing is you just want to get elected and serve the people. So there's no fake thing but one of the things Koto asked him about that agricultural friend that he brought for, that's why I wanted for the people of Booyah to understand something, if you actually meant well for your people, you should always, be stable on issues or things you bring in the community. Boris, his inconsistency started from Ministry of Education all the way to the district. The first thing he brought to that district after they remove him from that place is that particular agriculture free him brought. After making the people to use almost all of their effort that he going to bring people to battle thing. Later on, the thing just went away and nobody knew how it went. Then he brought another one again. Things that made other people, other farmers, when you go to them now, they will tell you, say no. He was not consistent. So he tried pushing himself the other way to know, I mean, for the people to buy his idea by maybe breaking yellow machine and other things to. These are things we the electric, those of the electric down there need to understand, because if you get a candidate who is coming to you because he want, I mean, to be elected and bring maybe yellow machine to all lapper or current and other things, solar plate or zinc for you, things that they're not doing the past, he start doing it for you. You still have to be skeptical of what is going on, even though it's a good gesture, but what is going on? So these are things.
Before you conclude, I will ask all of the panelists this same question. You listen to those guys, based on their composition, based on the way they conducted themselves on stage, and their outbursts. Rate them from 1 to 10, and why are you rating certain individual that way?
Well, I saw that I was talking between Koto and Boris.
Yes, sir.
On the stage, we got problem firstly in our legislature where people will be speaking, moving here and there, which is not the actual way of responsible people gathering to discuss issue. You got to just stand to where you are positioned and talk. So I saw on the part of how they call Boris moving here and there. In honorable man, why he can't carry him got chief? He got weapon doing it like this or on the stage, moving here and there. I feel it was not cover, it was not unique to look kind of occasion. It was not a good thing. Yeah, grammatically, their composition, I felt that he Boris should be more advanced in terms of the kind of degree. He say he got 2 masters and a BSc. I think he had to be advanced in how he approach issue, not to follow somebody quote unquote that everybody clear is not educated. So he posted to tell me that his education had nothing to do with responsibility and all that stuff. That's what I was just looking at. So when I go to put on the side, the only problem I go with him too is talking in the midst of people shouting. I feel what not call for. If you are talking to people, you just have to manage your outburst and see how you can engage issue. So when it comes to grade them, I grade Boris. You said we should grade a 10, right? Okay, so I gave a 4/10 to Boris and gave 5/10 to Koto. The reason I'm doing that is the level of Boris is very high than the level of Koto. Everybody knows that. Education, why? Because the places Boris are gone, Koto are not gone there. The school here, I think Koto are not gone to that school. With the 2 masters in God, abroad, a point ahead of Koto in certain instances. So his performance is not too that okay to be somebody who will represent the district among educated people.
Thank you so much, Afonso. Shadrach, let's hear you on this thing. You listen to the 2 candidates.
Yeah. So even though the video was kind of distorted, we try our best to see some action parts. So some of it will speak here again. We don't want to be a brainer as a voice of other people. But again, we gotta speak truth to power. So let me draw a photo to say the reason I will get a serious problem with senior brother Boris is he attained 2 masters according to him, even though it's not authenticated by me physically. Besides that, Boris and I work in the environment that anybody that works in that environment should be refined. Education. 1. 2. Boris serve as human resource director, Bon County chapter, County Economic Office. What does it mean? If you serve as human resource director, you are somebody who train employees. You are somebody who guide employees what to do, what not to do. You are somebody who take action when people are misbehaving on job. So there are a lot of training you have gone through to reach that level. So when it comes to especially public, how they call it, speaking, gathering, you possess that kind of a title or portfolio to present yourself in a kind of a manner, not even composed to engage. The person you're talking to, not even a degree holder, but you are being frightened now, composing yourself to ask a professional question where people will know, okay, this person is high or he is level-headed, whatsoever, educated. He has worked in professional setting. So it was disappointing on his part. Like I said, somebody talk about inconsistency. When you are serving as human resource director, you that can tell employees not to come to work late, to leave work early. If you're leaving job, why not write a formal communication to your boss? I want to transfer, or I want to go this way. I said it on platform, I'll say it again. Because these are some unprofessional attitude that is not called for, especially people serving that kind of a position, education. But it does not have a transfer letter from Bon. So it means that he abandoned job in Bon. He did a same thing in Nima. When he was serving Nima, no chapter. He did not take transfer. He abandoned job from there. That reason led to his literally dismissal. He called resignation, another resignation, because he was denied the request he carried to the central office. So they deny him. You abandon two responsibilities in two major counties in education. You cannot be granted to work at central office. That's why they didn't extend the contract or whatsoever a service with education, and he was forced to resign. So looking at him going head to head with Kotor, not composing himself as an educated person, himself on the platform, I can grade him 1/10, not even 4. He should do better. He has grown. He has worked professional setting more than Kotor. Kotor is just a technical person in the field. He has no office experience. You on stage, you're moving here and there, moving here and there. What are you looking for? You are positioned to interact with somebody, but on stage, looking at you, but you're back the person, you want, you come back. It's unprofessional. We should not encourage other children coming out to know the practice.
So if
I come in to Kotor room. Now I 100% agree with Kotor. Why you there? Kotor on the other hand, while it's true that you are a technical person in the field, you are going for debate in the public setting, if you get 1,000 supporters over there, you want to impress them, lower your voice. You're talking to people, you got others sitting there, you got your employer sitting there listening to you. So when you go in the horse or the way you address issue, they want to see why you're practicing that horse. So be a bit, how they call moderate. Speak to the issue, ask a question. Don't ask a question with anger like you have already been into fashion before. So you asking the man, you're pointing at the man is a bit aggressive. Calm down, honorable. How you did this, and you told our people this was working, and today what is the outcome of that particular project? Simple. Then he will respond.
Let's assume that this campaign was between Boris and Kotor Kwaru, and you have to choose to vote for one person. Based on their output today, who will you vote for?
So I already the grade, the person 1/10, and Kotor I only know on his aspect because he are not working like a professional environment. So I expect someone to come from him. Because let me tell you, Junior, let me be bold. You give me 1 or 2 minutes. Let me tell you,
you didn't grade Kotor. That's why I'm asking you. Okay.
For Kotor issue, I get Kotor no sense over thing.
Incomplete.
Besides raising a ball, he did not take steps for a position. He was standing. In the first place, he referred to Barry as honorable. Barry can't make Junior brother on stage. That is unprofessional. You sit there with your counterparts on stage. Why would you find out the GM problem? He is honorable as well. So don't try to limit the person on the stage. People will see that he's speaking. He now qualified to represent the people on that level. So that's why you're trying to bring down the person. And Koto was no smart to deviate from that attitude. So no, you can refer to Koto and need no spirit, but you can also come honorable. We all fight for the same position. At this stage, no junior here, no senior here, but we are all honorables.
Remember that how they call it Samuel Koga runners there. I see you do that one. Runners Koga.
Thank you.
So to conclude, John, working in professional setting, a corporate setting, in the government, it should be found people attitude, how to approach, how to present ourselves into public. So I expect harder from Boris to demonstrate professionalism more than Koto. That's why I bring very low. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's hear from you, Ellis Dennis. You listen to your candidate today. I'm really sorry.
He coming degrade right now.
Yeah, I think. Hold on, Gion. Thank you so much. I really don't know Boris' educational background that well. And let me say this: I don't know who were the organizer of that debate, but I don't think they did, guys, no justice. Sometimes when you're organizing debate, that should be the format. You cannot have the two people standing up on stage and arguing. At least you have them sit down, and then when you ask one person, the person had the right to stand up and explain, whatever you had to explain. But to have both of them on the same stage, standing up at the same time, it wasn't fair to the both of them. Now, with Boris,
looking there, it's not interesting. That's how our political debate like that. How do they do it? You go stage and stand and explain to the audience, so that it's not interesting.
So everybody will be standing up. Everybody will stand up.
I'll make clarity on the guy.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Sometimes it happens, but here is the thing. Koto tried to bring out Boris Valliere inconsistency in Henry stuff. Number one, he asked him about his cassava farm issues. Understand that Koto has a organization, a company that he had ran for so many years, and that what he got his living from. So in that play, I don't think Buddy was able to even answer him, or he was able to give the audience the answer that they deserve. He duped them. Also, we always heard that Buddy has he helped the teachers who were not on salary. He put them on salary and all these things. And then at the end of the day, Boris was able to dupe them again out of so much money. The guy, he duped them out of over 3 million plus US $15,000. So Boris had always been inconsistent in dealing with issues, things that he should have control over. And the way of responding on stage, if you have that kind of quality education, you should be able to relax yourself and answer questions that your people will be satisfied with, and that the voter will be convinced. Because on that stage, according to you guys, he is up higher in education. And in some of the things you do in classes or in other things, you have to present. You are given certain work to do, and it has to be presenting. You have to be presenting to the class, to the audience, and these are things that you should have control of. But he never had control of the stage. He never had control of anything that happened there today. He was not even able to convince the people. The people only know Boris because he carried a yellow machine there, but maybe about a month ago. That's how they got to know Boris. And now to introduce himself to the people in that way, I think it was disgrace on his part. He did not do anything better. On the other hand,
with Koto trying to represent the people of Buya, even though he has been with them from day one up to this point, they know him more than they even know Boris. We all, I mean, the people have always been saying he's not educated, he this, he that, but the tune of his verse, the one where somebody said the tune of the verse, you cannot blame him on that part, because when we see what our men are doing in the House of Representatives and Senate, it is almost similar thing. But you, if you go in there, you should carry something different. You cannot carry the same thing that the people are doing there. So he has to work on that, talking over his head and other things like that. But I think he did pretty good. Not because he's my candidate, but he did pretty good. Grading them.
You just said you know what talking over his head.
5 to Boris and give 7 to Koto, because the way he handled it, he brought out Boris' inconsistency.
Edda, let me ask
and
you.
Boris was not able to defend himself.
Edda, you just
so I
said
think that why it is. Thank you.
You say according to you, your candidate spoke out of order. So what makes him better than Boris? According to you, he spoke. Hello?
I'm not hearing you.
Your candidate, you getting me? Go ahead. He got problem with his phone.
Okay, let's leave him. Mark,
we're going to give you last with my phone.
You got problem with your phone.
You got more things to say, Mark. Let's hear from you.
Bro, downplay people.
What would they again?
No, any.
Thank you.
Thank
you, Junior. You know, while it's true we didn't follow the debate on a full scale, but from what I saw, both candidates, emotionally they were not emotionally balanced. You know, that's why I said.
Exactly.
And you know, when you are having a debate, being emotionally balanced is very, it can help you, because sometimes you even play on people's intelligence. And like other speakers have said, I don't know the academic background of Mr. Badier though, but quote unquote, if his educational status shows that he's a double master, holder, then I think we expect better from him. And to the extent that he even travel outside, then I think he should do better. Now, Junior, you go to school in East Africa. When you are even in class with some of these guys, when they are talking, you don't even hear some of them except you even give full, attention. So Liberia is, is our way of talking in a way. Maybe probably if we shout, we feel that we are, say something, but it's just sometimes you speaking among people ask you, say, but are you speaking English? Why are you speaking? So when you go out, you learn a lot of things, because shouting is not talking. That just being aggressive. I think we are just aggressive in a sub-region, but like other speakers have said, I mean, Koto, to some extent, because Boris is a professional space. They both of you are colleagues. I mean, other people do that in professional space. Maybe if you are even boss for them, you enter office, oh, my man, how you doing? John brother, professional space, you don't do that. Because at that point, you and the man, the both of you guys are equilibrium. There's no difference between you and that man. The both of you there are candidates, right? So he had no ground to be calling the man John brother. Why he tried to invoke that was the first thing for me in my mind. He tried to invoke was the man at nobody, that man at Peking in our Liberia setting. So you want to reduce the man, then the guy will say, oh yeah, big brother. So once he respond to that, then he will come down to barrage the man. So that's why he tried to do, but Koto spat and escape that. And then the issue with Koto, the question he asked Boris, for me, I think it was a serious contradiction. Yeah, it was a serious contradiction because if you ask, I don't know about his agricultural activity, so I don't want to speak to that because I love to speak of things I know that I got knowledge to. The issue with the question he asked Boris about the road, and then Boris also asking the road you roll from. In fact, the road you plow on from there to Buto here. It is me who constructed that road, who rehabilitated the road. Then he asked Boris. Then Boris asked him, he said, "Oh, it's a political intervention." Right there is a contradiction because you similarly you are carrying the same a yellow machine, you are
Political
carrying
intervention.
as well. And then another thing is you are even divine lapper. Were you divine lapper before in the district? Were you putting solar lights? So when those are things when you even asking in a debate, you need to reflect, have a sober reflection as to what would be the average to you. So you asking somebody about role, you say it's a political intervention, and the man is telling you the role you play on today, and the one who constructed the road say it's a political intervention. So that means you that carry the road, then there's no need. You copying from the man, you doing the same thing. So I mean, even Boris too, Koto, like other speakers say, he was very aggressive. I mean, talking very loud. Like you already got microphone, and then shooting your hand. I don't know whether you want to hit the guy. So, and then Boris too, he could not really compose himself to stay in one place and address. And the moderator, and John Colley is a very strong man. You don't take those kind of thing. As you move in, he said, no, stay. And they try to regulate them. So it was good, though we could not play Tapo on Osa, so I can't talk about Tapo, but
we are coming to Tapo,
yeah, where the hit was between Boris and that of Koto. But for me, in my mind, quite frankly, Koto, I think, was a little, composed in terms of, even maintaining her position behind the microphone, because usually, even presidential debate, that's where they stand, and address the audience. But then Boris was doing the thing. I say, when children getting recitation, doing a program, no, that's with the educational, credential and experience, quote unquote. I think to me, in my mind, he fell flat to that. Seriously.
Thank you. So how do you rate them? We want to hear a rating, even though you're from Zogia. But I think your rating has impact on the district.
No, my man, I'm a citizen of Zogia now. These are issues about coming from Buyao. Anyone who represent Buyao represent Nima and Liberia. So for me in my mind, I did not expect Boris. The only reason I'm grading Koto for that point because I did not see the other people so great, but for the both of them, when it comes to the both of them, as we discussing the both of them, I think in my mind with the cloud, quote unquote, people feel that Boris high in terms of his IQ and I think Koto did a little better than him, and by even referring to the man as John brother, picking all the things, and those are stage management you should know at that point. So he didn't do well. So like I keep saying, I think Koto was a little step ahead of him. And per his position, that's what I'm saying.
Thank you. You see that issue of Koto saying call me on a row and Boris keep on saying junior brother. I think it's an issue that they're supposed to visit Shadrach home, go downplay. You can't go.
No, what? Come no, but it was unethical. You don't do that. It was unethical.
We from District 5. We from Iraq.
No. Dion, listen.
Dion. We are on a platform that's international, no view.
Yeah, this is
the kind of thing. I will have my say. Let's go.
Dion, to just go now. Listen.
So, they got something. But here we a portfolio to say, Dion, brother, that you level there.
You see, honorables. I trigger order you to speak. I will come to my side of the story.
Let's go to the next speaker, please.
Good evening. Good evening, Mark. Welcome to the show.
Good evening, and gentlemen. Good evening to all of you. We are on the arrest government. Say not easy. So, I'm grateful that all of us are back. It's good to always have life. And we are grateful to the Almighty God for keeping us to always be on the platform to disseminate information and also analyze some of the major issues based on the information given by the host on the platform. You know, John Siawete, Alfonso, Mr. Wanti, what you saw on the debate flow have been the issue on the both of them, man. They are
I
believing
agree
they
with
should
you.
venture out they are being vigilant so that the public can see them. Because the two of them from the same place. So they believe that I am from Low Play and Mr. Wanti is from Low Play, and I'm seeking for certain thing, and he also seeking for that. Either I should stay as a junior brother or senior brother. You are doing so many work, give me chance, and nothing of such is being heard. So based on that, they are all like fighting each other in different directions. So that have been the issue. So for me, what I'm looking at is Bobby were not in, or Boris were not in a good direction to have said to Quarter junior brother. That place is no longer junior brother time. And then Quarter 2 is supposed to learn about this time. The reason I'm telling you he's supposed to learn about this time, or telling all of you that he's supposed to learn about this time, is Koga is not supporting him today because of his approaches to issue, the way he can address Mecca. And I told you on this platform, once, that Kodo insulted me, wow, even with my wife in the room. When he posted me, Garrison Yelu and Musa Perede, I called him and said, but what the other post is about? He said, my man, move from here. You sold yourself to Madingo me. I said, Kodo, you want to be a leader. And when you go there, what you will be saying on behalf of the district, it will also affect all of the districts in Liberia. And if there is a good thing brought on the floor, it will affect the life of the district that Madingo people live in. So if we have 6 tribes in Nima, and one taking side with me, or me going to another person for us to amalgamate forces and be able to work in my political square, that's why you call we kill our political dream. Kodo right there insulted me. I just off my phone. Since then, he been sending people to me. Now send more than 4 person to me to go and appeal to me so that I can support him. I said, I can't do that. I cannot support it. Today's life is not tomorrow's life. Like I always said to people who serve in the PRC government, so when they stay alive today and they see people that they did bad thing to, people who serve as general honor judge, or
so
chancellor, most of them living today.
Mark to the debate issue.
You shouldn't have.
What transpired between you
and
discuss it next time? Debate issue.
No, I'm saying something for the record. I don't just say on the platform, you go after the same thing. I'm saying something for the record. So if Koga never supported him today, if Koga never supported him today because of being harsh and people consider it as rulers, you cannot still go to public places that are in a debate and want to do that. So if both persons fell prey to how they presented themselves, me, I got no grade to get to them. Everybody scores 0. Because that's a debate. Everybody scores 0 based on the way they presented themselves. So long you got issue with them, it's not essay to say the man explain a lot, they gain 3 points. No. You feel the rule, you feel one rule, you feel all rules.
If you are a teacher, do you think you will be a good teacher when the student make effort to sit in class, the student make effort to always be on time and present?
Brother, let me explain something to you so you can understand. Questions that are posted to people during debate are not reality. question I posted to people during debate,
I know
and that reality. The people in that place, the people, yeah, John, listener, the people in Buyao that carry on the agriculture program, it didn't come from Boris' pocket. It was USAID program that Boris coordinated, and he was able to carry them. And plenty people benefiting from it today. Are you telling me the people there, they're not beyond Boris, or who carry complaint to him that was not done with the expectation of the people?
I'm not asking about the question Otto asked. I'm asking you. You are a teacher, and the student continue to come to your class, and the student, even though they did not pass your subject, but they come to the class regularly and all. In time. So, are you telling me you continue to get the students zero? You're not taking all of factors.
Are you telling me say people? Are you telling me say people who they can fail in school? They say you are required to repeat the class. Are they not going to school every day? And they can be going to school every day and they can fail. That is talking an example.
You're not answering my question.
I will fail you.
No,
so long you didn't do well in my class, I will fail you.
One over 10 is a failing grade. I know that, but I'm telling you because if you get zero meaning, you did not take into consideration everything that will apply in the debate. That's why I'm asking.
But the first thing they were even putting the debate center at race. You should know first. They were putting the debate center at race. What they were doing today, the way they were going near each other, it was sparkle some attention today. The 14 are going to be now or not going to be easy.
No,
all those things get rude.
Don't say that, man. Mark, don't say that.
I give him my grill. When you reach your time, give your
Mark is real. The debate didn't end.
That's the main view now.
No, yeah, Mark is.
You can't make a play tension. You just signed on peace yesterday.
Any tension?
You just signed on peace dating yesterday. Then you went again. You want to create tension. Where you sign the paper for? You just signed the paper to blandfool the people. You want to go and speak. All I think they're doing, you want to go in the House of Representatives and fight anybody there. We all I think you can be doing passing up and down. You have ever seen him putting a hand on somebody in that hall before? You just talking about it, and then he the one that can put us out. So are you telling what Muslim representative in the house that will go be standing on the stage, will be fighting and be putting us out? I know this I already experienced it before when they suspended Kuga for not attending session. So if you want to say people are saying Calabar, then no problem. But all of them score zero. I'm saying something from reality. I know we are saying now on the show, the international community is listening to us. We analyzing to the podiums. And all of us, you can't be in Mutu that is reflected in a war for the occurrence of the Civil War. You be very Mutu, then you come from Mutu again, then you be fighter. Let's change the dimension. Let's be saver in things that we do. Let us related to our life. That's what we're going to school for.
Thank you. Reverend Opa Melvin Swa or Melvin Opa Swa. Good evening. Welcome to the show this evening, Chief. Thank you. Reverend. Which part of the U.S. the Reverend staying? Is he in Minnesota or U.S. also?
I mean, out there where you're not looking at the Reverend there. Well, Reverend on mute yourself now.
Yeah,
Reverend in the village part of Minnesota.
Seriously, you guys. Listen, let me have my say on this before the Reverend comes back. I think I want to agree with Mark Blue. I believe that those two people who debated today are not competent. When I say competent, I'm not talking about those things that the NEC require them. No, they cannot represent the people. Why do I think so? We always look at our legislature to be something that is only situated in Liberia. But we are forgetting to know that these people, they go outside of Liberia to represent us. If you are serving on a committee and that committee responsibility is outside of the country, you go outside of the country to represent the country, not even the district, but the entire country. So if a man who is claimed to be a master degree holder, who have experience on the job, who appeared here before and told us that he got more experience than this other person that had not worked in government before, but he's speaking, leaving from the podium, going to the next side, coming back and scratching his hand like as if he's frustrated on the issue. It makes me think like he's not ready yet for that position. Now to the issue of Kotosa, listen, this thing is long overdue that we keep saying it. whom should we blame in this situation? We blame the government of Liberia for not teaching civics. We blame the government of Liberia for not teaching governance within our institution. We also blame the government of Liberia for not practicalizing what is in our laws. Because you cannot go for a debate, you start yelling around when you got people there of integrity that came to listen to you. You brought your supporters, but you don't have control over those things brought to the debate. It's sad and frustrating. You've been monitoring all the debates around the world. You've been seeing debating around the world. Sometimes it's not only about the electoral debate. I'm coming shortly. I have to mute Reverend. Okay, great. Sometimes it's not just about the debate. Sometimes it's about why. Come in?
No, I said you should mute everyone when you're speaking.
Yeah, it's okay. It's not just about the debate. It's about what you will portray in the absence of the people you are going to represent tomorrow. The Constitution says these people are elected to serve us. But once they are elected, it turns the other way around. The reason why it turns the other way around is because these folks now, they believe that once they get down there, they are bigger than everybody again. That's why you saw today. It was very unprofessional on the part of Boris Ballier to refer to his colleague, his comrade in that segment as a junior brother. Listen, you can refer to Koto as a junior brother in every other sector. If you were a spectator going to ask Koto Quagri and you refer to him as a junior brother, and Koto responded that way, I will go against Koto for his response. But you are a professional person. Two of you find yourself in the same space and you discussing issue of relevance. Then you call the man junior brother. It's wrong. Now, back to the issue of the Kasawa fan. I know about that Kasawa fan issue. My people from your Buto, my Umame participated in that thing, and the Kisawa, they won score on it. They won Opation on it. We're not talking about it. But Boris didn't go back there to harvest that Kisawa. Between God and man, Boris didn't go back to harvest the Kisawa up to present. So Koto was on track with that one. He was really on track with it. If you can lie to the people the first time, how do we trust you that you will not lie to them again? But the way the two of them positioned that question, I think it was wrong. I think it was bad. I think that before the debate is conducted, I think this time around we need to have a workshop or a training for them to tell them that this is the way you're supposed to debate. This is the format. This is the way you're supposed to respond to questions.
So what's your grade? What is your grading?
0. Both of them, they do not. I asked the people at the Shifa not to vote for the
You John Mark to get 0, right?
Yes, I asked the both of them not. I asked the people at the Shifa not to vote for the both.
You were in the class, host. You were in the class. Somebody gave you 0. You will get problem with that teacher.
No.
Our platform, no.
You will get problem with the teacher because the first thing the teacher did not take into consider your class participation. The teacher didn't take into consideration that you get
you got credit 0. They were all wrong. You got credit 0. The matter of fact, they appear to say something to the audience. You got credit 0.
As long as they appear 0.5, the 0.5 can be there because they appear.
Okay. Yeah? For the sake of the show, I give them -4.
My -4 is 0. Better. 0 better.
-11 0.
I give them -4. Why do I give them -4?
-0.
-4 is 0 is better than -4. So they put -4
So,
listen, I come in my.
You should understand 17, right?
I thought they said they want mute everybody.
I come in. The reason why I give the -4, Alfonso is speaking from a classroom 10. Alfonso is speaking from a classroom 10. For me, I'm speaking from a courtroom 10. Even if you appear before a judge.
You won't know the bonus balance.
So you see, I give them -4. I give them -4. You cannot
very, very outspoken.
So, Reverend,
hello, everyone.
Yeah,
Rabbi. We need prayer.
Yeah, it's a good thing to be here, Mark. Happy to see you today. I think I've been at the back listening to you and to every one of you. It's a very saddening thing in our country that we normally claim to be educated, but then when it comes to expressing what education is all about, we can't do it. To be educated is not about a degree. To be educated
Remy,
is...
I'm coming. Remy, sorry, 1 minute. You know that your Kennedy was not part of the debate today?
I'm coming there now. I'm coming there.
Okay. All right, Remy.
You can't put them on Remy, my man.
So to be educated is the ability to compose yourself and to express yourself. Anybody that listens to you guys will know the level of education that each of you have acquired. So I don't look at Junior and see degree rating on Junior's face. I don't look at Alfonso and see degree rating on Alfonso's face. I know that Alfonso is educated. I know that Sewate is educated based upon his output. So normally we say in Liberia, oh, this person is educated, but then when issue comes up, we want to justify it. I'm sorry that many of you guys probably didn't listen to the debate from the beginning till the end. If I am to grade anybody here, the person that needs to be graded, that was composed, that was eloquent, that spoke like an educated person was the Mambia. Go back. Yeah. Listen to how Mambia addressed national issue. Listen to how Mambia addressed local issue. It was only sadly that when it came to the issue of question and answer, Mambia was not given a chance, or probably Mambia was not asked, or probably we could say at the end of the day, because the whole debate didn't end. At a certain point of time, people started singing slogan, no more Boris, we want Koto. That's how the voting ended. The audience did not even ask that question. Now, so there are certain occasions that dictate certain attitude and action. If we are saying somebody has 2 degrees or somebody didn't have degree, whether you have degree or you don't have degree, Liberia is said that to be a representative doesn't require you having a degree based on our constitution. I think it's based on your property value. Also, Gian will tell us what it takes to be a representative in our country. But gentlemen, that these things should give us the leverage to see how best we prepare ourselves for the future and for our country. If we who want to be representative of our people don't know how to conduct ourselves, people in debate adding that some are little children. Somebody answering question, they bouncing, or somebody asking question, they are adding that, we are standing before in a classroom where you have a debate for presidential position and on high school days. We are talking about honorable people here. So if I will grade them, yes, I will grade them on the basis that they show up. At least they show up. The last time I didn't have the time to speak out. I'm very disappointed about my very friend and brother and others that didn't show up. They got time and didn't show up. Even today, you are about to go to stand before your colleagues in the house, some of which are well educated. Besides that, you're going to be appointed on the committee. Probably you are appointed on a foreign committee. You are supposed to go and meet other representatives in other foreign countries. If you can't appear before your colleagues right here in Buyao, will you be able to go and express yourself before other parliament or parliamentarians in other nations? So if I will grade them, I will grade Boris and Koto today based on the fact that they attended the program. But on the issue of how well they compose themselves, how well they spoke to the issue, how well they address the audience today, because this is debate, we take everything into consideration. I would want to encourage you guys to go back and see how Mambia conducted himself. And Mambia would have done the way he did because I know Mambia's father, like I said, Mambia's father taught me in Yekepa, in Lhasa. So I know the whole family, where they come from, and Mambia would have presented himself the way. So I will give all of them 2 over 2, the 2 over 5 each, on the basis that at least they show up. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Reverend. Thanks for
your... 2 over 10, my Reverend, I'm going to ask different question behind you.
The 2 over 10, I know.
I didn't listen to the debate from the beginning, so we didn't listen to about Georgia will straight to any part.
Our point here on the two person we listening to, but if it was
the two person that we will try to compare, we will to everybody.
Okay, let's see how we can create the two. You want to bring that on?
It was good. It was even good at John brought the two of them because they disrupted the whole process. Like what I was saying today.
What led to the disruption? That's why I think we needed to hear from the radio station now because
Jackson is supposed to join us to tell us the actual story about them. We sent reporters there today, and what led to the disruption was after the two candidates spoke, they left the podium, they went back, and they began to exchange words with each other, and the supporters began to cheer them up. So John Colley didn't take it anymore. He dismissed him.
You see that?
He dismissed him from the debate.
Like I said from the onset, John coming. Like I said from the onset, it's about two persons coming from one place, and they get it hard that if I lost the election, it's because the man myself will be fighting over the vote within a region. Why he didn't give me chance? Why one of us could not go? But I don't think there were others that will be able to sit with them and discuss that matter. That better heart is why they coming outside way in the public. Why they couldn't even attack other people based on the various questions they were asking. But they decided to just attack each other from the same region. So that has been the bone of contention.
Thank you. Let's listen to Takwa. Takwa will take us home on today's edition of the show. But before we go to Takwa's side of the debate, let's hear you, Reverend. You wanted to say something 30 seconds.
Reverend Gomba.
I mean, Alex Law didn't.
Yeah, thank you, Gian. You know, Mike was earlier on talking about being rude when he was asked on the debate. Mike, I understand sometimes things doesn't go the way it should go. I will tell you my experience with the now Senator Sam Koga. I was in Liberia 2023. I have been supporting Carter since I got to know him, his vision for the district. And I found a way to have a one-on-one talk with the senator. I tried, people from the office, we tried, and there was no, he couldn't even respond to my call or my text. I left, I came back to America. In April 1st, 2023, asked one of his supporters, what his name, Michael Mellon, to call me, and he was on the phone. Michael Mellon called me, and the senator was on the phone with Prince B. Weyard. And the senator decided to insult me, because of me, because I was supporting Carter and we were preaching against him. We were campaigning against him. He insulted me, and we both insulting each other. So how can a man who is leading, a leader, start to insult somebody that does not agree with his policy? So when you're talking about being rude, let us not forget about the senator. He is the reason why these children over there are acting rude, that you are saying. And then went into the whole district in a kingdom and insulted the people of Niquia, the elders. Nobody is saying nothing about it. What kind of rudeness has Carter applied on him that he has, tarnished the board name with rudeness all over the place? We have to be realistic and talk against what is wrong.
But Aaron, Carter admitted on this show and on Sarah platform that he did something to the senator in the past, and he's apologizing to the senator. So should we blame the senator?
Gentlemen, that go to the meat of the discussion.
Let me say this. Carter cannot come here and say what the board had done to him that he cannot forgive him. He cannot say it. He cannot say it. And he's the one who carried the board name.
Chief, video.
Thank you. Thank you, Ellis. Let's hear from this person.
You cannot call the honorable man boy. Don't call the honorable man boy again.
All right.
Are you okay?
I'm okay. I'm okay. I just laugh here.
Where are you going?
Oh, I'm not. I'm talking to you guys.
Thank you. Let's hear from the man Takbo. Takbo spoke today, but Takbo didn't have the opportunity for any counter argument like it happened between Porto and Boris. But let's hear from Takbo shortly, then we can discuss that. We'll leave home with Takbo.
Not project to let me get it get to Thank you very much to the Nambia. Please walk on the podium. Hello? Do you know? Are we together? Please see the noise. Please see the noise. Only raise up your hand a bit. Do it a bit. Don't clap. Please don't clap. You can play. Local issue. Mr. Moderator, before my time starts, right? Before my time starts, I don't think we're going to go justice. These are important issues. I'm not joking. You destroy our equipment. Look here. These are important issues that the people exactly. The people who are make decisions, they need to understand our take on these issues. We need time allotted to appropriately address these issues so that the electors, so that the people who make these decisions can manage on these issues. We can't give rush answer and you expect the people to have insight about these things. I think there should be more time allotted to this section. But we're talking about the issue of security in our district, very important. We need to propound on these issues so that the people can see where we stand. Mr. Mambia, to every issue and occasion there are rules. We gave you 5 minutes, please answer your concerns. To give you more time, there's more money, we don't have it. We have to back up. So what you do, you get 5 minutes. There are more time here coming for you and them men to be talking to each other. So don't worry. Please go ahead, sir. On the local 20 issues, the Asada Milita expected amendment, the take of the candidates, the continuous urge and talks about the amendment of the Asada Milita Mineral Development Agreement vis-a-vis the current state of the paper on Asada Milita, the alleged failure yet to rehabilitate major infrastructure in Lagos City, JP, and Yekepa. Let me just continue on number 2, then according to the just. No, don't do that. Please proceed, sir. Proceed. Please follow first of all, what has happened with Asilo Milita in our country is a disgrace. It's a complete disgrace. I was born in Yekepa. Today, when I go back to Yekepa, I cannot recognize the city I was born in. Wow. For a multi-million-dollar company that's operating in our country, owner an MDA, we have all right to terminate the agreement. Let's start from there. We don't have any way in Yekepa to start with. The fact that the houses that were built by Lamco cannot be renovated by Milita Steel, and it is under the current mineral development agreement, it is a disgrace. And I hear people talking about other people affected as saying that we should hasten and what is not done properly is not done at all. I'm with Senator Yantuanyan on this one. If Asilo Milita cannot fulfill what is in the previous agreement, we should not be ratifying the new agreement at all. Liberians living continuously in their own country is unacceptable, and that should never, ever happen. We should value ourselves and our citizens and represent them ably. Now, I will tell the people of Louis this. before the next Asinomita Mineral Development Agreement is ratified, the people of Buyao has an opportunity to send to the national legislature someone who understands these issues, so that when you are discussing, you will have somebody in the room who can defend you and make sure that Asinomita is doing what it has to do. Because if Asinomita is doing what we have to do, the quota will come straight from Bluetooth to Benway without needing us to do political intervention always. Thank you.
Concession hearing in County Social Development Fund, Member County Social Development Fund is current status and decision making for money.
Thank you very much. Like I said, I have been involved with all of these things before. From student politics to national politics. I was in the national legislature when the first Asinomita Mineral Development Agreement happened. As a student, we advocated that part of the social development fund should be used for education. Because the same thing of what I said in Buyao, that our children are not going to school, part of that social development fund should be used to send our own people to school, so that they will come back in and take over the money in Liberia. Or else, we will continue to have Indians and Swedish and all other people taking over our amounts. We should use our social development fund wisely. In the past, we haven't been doing that. We bought yellow machines that all over the country today that may useful. Let's use that machine now and educate our people. The people who are educated will come back and take over that amounts, and we will have greater returns. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Let's move to security. Reports of the widespread rape and mob justice of violence in Buyao. Police reported limited security presence within the district.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. First of all, I gave the people of Buyao credit. So an entire district of Buyao with over 50,000 living human beings to not have a single armed security is a disgrace. Those of you who are here, you heard me ask the joint security to send armed police officers here during the course of this election. We have an international border point here, yet then still, no security officer in this district have armed. What do you think? Everywhere in this world, there are people with security with armed and ammunition. For a district that do not have armed and ammunition, for a district that do not have a fitting police station, I think the people of Buyao are the most big security apparatus. This is an international border crossing point that we are standing here today. I will rescue that because we have no time.
Thank you. Get to local connectivity in Buyao. Poor local connectivity in Buyao. The prayer of the kingdom.
Thank you. You just listen to Takpo Mambia. He spoke on a couple of issues. But again, the reason why we went firstly to those guys, because they had a counter argument. But Takpo didn't have a counter argument, so we had to keep Takpo at the back. But just this evening after the debate, Boris Valier had a press conference with our journalists there in Buku. We're going to play that press conference right after we've listened to, we've heard your analysis from Takpo appearance today. But let's hear you, Efanso. What do you make of Takpo's speech during the debate?
No, it is sometimes quite unfortunate in our country to see our electorates.
You're sounding low.
Yeah, to see our electorate focusing their attention on people who just bring money and bring something to them during election time, and they don't focus on people who could, settle everything, if not everything, some of the key issues confronting them in the society. To electing them is a problem in our country. People only focus on people who got money, people who bring something to them, whether they are qualified and competent to address the issue. Good policy maker, people don't think about them. To Takpo address the issue, and sometimes too, one of the things we're looking at is addressing the issue of saying the thing and having the political will or the decision-making power to do it is another thing, because sometimes you can say it well and they put you there, and when you get there, you will voice it out. If your colleagues too don't buy it, it becomes another thing. then your whole attitude, your whole advocacy become failure. Like the life of Darius DeLong.
Alfonso, I want to ask you a specific question. Dakwa spoke of not having officers in the district. Do you think, with the history of Mutuo, the history of district number 5, do you think not having a military barrack within that district right now is something that is called for within the government of Liberia?
The government had done this service. I mean, endanger the life of the people of Buya in the first place. Having a district with over 50,000, inhabitants, and you don't have a 50 police station. You need less than five police officers assigned in that place. This service to them endangering their lives, and you got a crossing point to that place. I believe after the war, when Omeo went to Mutuo, I was expecting the government to train the security forces in the country and build a barrier or renovate the dam barrier there and make sure that securities are there to protect that place from what happened in 90s. But to our dismay, I know they call all those Omeo forces back to Monrovia, and they left that place, and the place have been vulnerable. If you can recall, certain thing happened in Florida where the federal went and killed somebody for a girlfriend issue, and then you are brought to Mutu and they place in certain building. They say the 2 police officers that were there said that they cell, they place it in there, and they crowd over power to people, and then boss that play and brought that fellow out to and kill him. And begin problem between the people of Bipley and Florida at the time when Koga and all of Groupie and all of people went to settle that. So they endanger the life of the people of the district. Every area in Liberia, you get police there. Where the citizens are more than maybe 10,000, you get more police to the place. But you can't get only 2 police officers. In fact, no police, by no armed officer, nothing. You just place the people vulnerable like that. It's not good. They say the citizens are there, but one case you got people infiltrating from Africa to that place to endanger the life of the people. No security, no armed officer to deter them. The people of Buya, people can say they are violent. They are not violent people, because if they were violent people, every time the crime rate was going to be on high on an increase there. But because they want to remain sober, they want to remain civilized and refrain from violence, you can see the place come with 2 police officers. Now I think there are 7 police officers in the entire district, and where they are stationed, just in Mutu. Apart from Mutu, they are nowhere in the district. When they constrain with guy rule and other things, I think the district is fine, but the government have problem. The government is the problem. The government need to work, and the man is saying the truth.
Thank you, Shadrach. Welcome back. Let's hear you on this issue.
All right, Gina, thank you. So, Gina, like I said, some will always speak the truth. No matter how friends and other family members see it, that's it. To be frank, type of a well-educated younger, professional, like you said, you were born in Kepa, type of father knows well-educated man going to know a civilized society. Besides, knows education.
I come here, Shadrach. Alfonso.
Yeah.
That Takbo father they can call best dressed in Saningole?
No, that is Ati is uncle. That's not a father.
That's uncle. Uncle answer that's uncle.
Okay.
Answer mom that you talking about.
Shadrach, go ahead.
Yeah. So, like I said, this young man was born to a civilized society. Besides the education, he grew up in that kind of environment. Even some of us in our family, standing before even among your elder people in shout, like insult in the first place. Some of our whom we came from, people talking just by shout, like insult. You got to point me for that. So that was besides that, he's an educated young man that live in a refined society in America. So I was not surprised to see about addressing issues that are in the professional manner and discussing national issue, giving analysis about the risks that Buddha, no stands and whatsoever since the war. Yeah, That's an international border. Up to present, we don't even have a 30 police station before about barrack, like you say. So when you say Buya, you know, is a more civilized and peaceful district in Nima, I want to know any person agree, because this is where we don't have no armed barrack, we don't have police station, nobody be arrested every day to say they are misbehaving. That means the people are peaceful, living with each other. So for me, I'm not surprised with about compose himself. And if I say it's pathetic in our society that we these days grade people on what they can bring in a community, like cassava peas or somebody bringing college to you to go brush your farm, then the person become the best candidate. So we as level-headed people, we went to school to guide our parents because our knowledge being added up for us to defend them of what they don't know. We all have senses that God gave us, but why we go to school is to know, upgrade our IQ. So that's why I even grade buried at a very lower level, because with the education besides the working experience, all the one we're looking at the grade are very low. So that one, if people of that district will say, okay, we grade people of what they will go out and will say, because representation is almost like recommending somebody from you got 5 children. You say, okay, I will send a junior to go represent me. Between Shadra, Alfonso, Junior, Siawete, and Mark Bloom, let Junior go represent you people. But who is Junior to go represent 5 of us? And Shadra is a master's degree holder here. He has worked with education, currently working with LT whatsoever. It's a reformed man, and he has represented Liberia on the international level, youth level, international occasion. He spoke for Liberia many times. Do you know who just stay in school?
You give me your brother.
When I talk, now Shadra will say, I love to talk. The man just put a business out there.
Mama, please give me a chance.
Wait, Shadra, you spoil me now. You can't make
I got to give you an example. You do law, you say in school, man, give me a chance. You said doing law, your law will not see a degree. You say in school, give a chance.
That's the problem we just got with Boris Badia. That's the same problem we're getting with Nina. Now you can't the whole thing now, my picking down now, you can't pay respect now. You see that now?
Yeah, you see?
you better pay respect.
I'm a senior student. I'm expected to graduate anytime next year.
Okay, incoming comrade. So, you know, that was what I so that we know our last issue. So, do you know who's going to represent, or do you know, stay in school? Because Gino live with the Oma every day, drink water for the Oma prefer for Gino to go because they love for Gino because Gino can draw water every day. So Gino to go, they want to go represent her. But she's not counting that when Gino go there, Gino had to speak to the issue of national issue, analyze, and also think, is that good for my people? These are things I know what the representation is about. Somebody come with Booyah, not again. That somebody said, I think Shelton said, you will go on foreign mission, you will be on committee, you will discuss national issue, you will sit down and discuss subject matter. Why will you be talking? Is shouting, or because you can fight, you do floor fighting? No, you have analytical thinking, present the issue, make sense to your colleague, counterpart from other countries. That's what people will be looking at. So if we are people, they'll decide. Like I said, we will remain neutral, but when the fact comes, we discuss it that this person is qualified to be 100%. Of somebody said is somebody is going to grade out 2% among that 3 people who appear today. That was far better. No over them because of a composure and education level, its articulation, everything is just England. Thank you.
Thank you, Alfonso. Thank you so very much.
Alfonso, I'll show you
finish spoiling my mission. Already asked them in that minute, looking at me as a potential superintendent. You spoiled my whole CV internet. Anyways, Mark Bloom, good evening, welcome to the show.
Mark Bloom, sleeping.
Yeah, late in Liberia. You know, Mark, man, they're facing some.
Mark,
Why
yeah,
late?
yeah,
Say
yeah,
Mark one hate to be the EV.
yeah,
What about people who came on the show? You not doing well on the show today?
But you said it
Who's that?
on a you said it last. I want to make it a beg you share with it. Mark, let's hear you. You listen to Tapo. Tapo
Yeah.
a couple of issues. Let's hear you on a Tapo point of view. From there, we were Boris press conference this evening.
I wasn't here to hear that man.
Tagwa said a lot of things that you know that you will not be able to do within a 4 years period. Going to election to say some of those things, that can be the reason for which people can have hindrance when it comes to their re-election. He got a good mindset, but many persons feel that all of those things that we can be thinking about for our people, they can happen just overnight. It's not possible. See how they just got inducted into offices. 2 years gone now. Most of their goals are not being met. 2 years gone.
Oh,
By 2027, serious election.
Et tell you that CMC, you bet on CMC?
so what I do is try
So it mean well, but it's just about the implementation. Now, why he said when it comes to the issue of the police, you know, like we were just saying during the course of our campaign, we have given a lot to Onkoga, but Onkoga did not return the gesture to Booyah. On a serious note, you saw what happened with that guy that they went to grab in the jail and kill him in Butu. That place, it needs the presence of at least 10 or 15 police in that place. All of those things, they are good plans that you are explaining, but to work on it is the issue because the House of Representatives and the House of Senate, everything people doing there, you're fighting for your own, you're not fighting for their own because everybody want to make me. And now they're doing the days of the Congo guys, when they say, okay, let's do the one, then they do it. Because the tension can be, I'm the representative of District 5. See how they want to be the representative. The loopholes that are not able to call, that they want your opposition will be going behind you, covering up. But that, they start making you irrelevant to your people. So other people will be fighting to bring in goods. He got a very good man. He explained well. He's very eloquent. But I know the people will not buy him. I know the people will not buy him. The fact that I visited Blue Lake in recent days, and what I heard there, because one other old lady was there, she was a Bizo woman. I think there was a saying that the woman should not be burying casket nor in a tomb.
Don't anything here.
So when they decided to bury the woman, they build a tomb, everything. They carry the casket now. To put the casket in the tomb, they just left carrying the casket to the tomb broke down. So when I came, I struck. I started looking at the event. And then I started asking people, I said, we are voting for in Gloria. People say, but only gods will carry Gloria. Suppose they will vote for Cotton. All of the 4 or 5 persons I asked, nobody could call Takboni. So I just passed. And I started coming back. So he spoke eloquently. Maybe he can become assistant minister, then he can pay back to the society at all.
Mark has ended his story. Tapo can go as assistant minister, then you can settle that thing.
So, Giniam, I beg you go see I beg you that they make confirm something from what Mike said. No, the reason that Tapo is not they're not global in that district. So the people not used to, actually you read. I mean, that man cursing. It's a very good young boy, but in not going that district. About going you get by the whatever. Why should you hear from there? The formality, actually, you're not familiar with the people. People do they don't really know him. That's true. So even Buddha our own time, not everybody knows about. it run about by a little brother, easy work. But run up who there with us. Yeah, whatever was your day.
Serity, let's hear you. Sorry, I keep you in the back because you sitting at the. That's why I beg you.
You know, the reason why the two presidents were brought forth for discussion, I think, based on the information that were given today regarding the commotion during the debate. But like other speakers have said, I mean, Tapo is a very good young man and a very fluent and educated young man. But I think this election is a stepping stone for him, you know, to familiarize himself with the people of Booyah.
The people.
Yeah, that is a very good step. I won't speak anything to that to say, oh, he coming is not timely and all of that. But he raised some issues, fundamental issues that even be my concern as well. Like the other day, I think it was, I'm not sure, one of the panelists spoke on that. We cannot have a sovereign bowler, and our territorial areas is just vulnerable, no security. And I think if you even do your calculation, the human to the presence to police officer in Butu or in Liberia, probably it will be maybe 10% to 1, or I don't know, maybe 50% to 1 police officer or so. Because I think
if that is talking far below.
You see,
I'm just
close to
6,000 police officers close to 9,000.
It's a challenging thing. So if people say if Tako say people in Booyah are peaceful, I think you have a point, because the issue of rule and order too is not people who enforce the law enforcement is also lacking there. So I mean, those are areas that lawmakers need to also pay attention to, because if you don't have people to exercise rule and order, it becomes a problem. So I mean, that's another key concern. Those are things we want to hear from people who want to be lawmakers, not going and just trying to battle each other. No, that's not the intent of having debate. The intent of having debate is to lay out what you want to do for your people, and all of that. And the next thing is, he talked about, the issue of Yekepa or the concession. That is very important. But I mean, I also a little bit disagree with him about not, if they can do, it require conversation regarding Mita. For me, I always like to say what I see from a corporate background. Mita took risks in Liberia, and when they went and invested into Nimba, other companies could not do at the time they came and invested. And besides that, for someone to say they will not, their concession. I mean, if you even undo Mita concession now, which company are you just lay Mita out and bring another company right away?
Serity, I want to ask you, I beg you. When you say Mita took risks, what do you mean?
But Gian, in every business a risk. The first thing, you are just come from war. There are a lot of companies that could not raise their investment. A lot of companies could not do. Companies you are seeing today coming is only because Liberia is now stable. Man, you had $1 million in Liberia up to 2017 before they left. So if I say risk, we are come from war. How many years? The main concession from 2006 and 2007. Right? So what we need to do, for me, I don't blame Mita. I blame our own government. Whether government today, whether government yesterday, whether government from any level. The monitor and evaluation aspect is where we need to get. And that's the intent. But if you say, oh, you will not, the only thing you need to do is to correct the wrong. Then, for example, when Okoga said it last time, you say, oh, Mita should develop, should provide housing. which housing? The people provide a housing, you don't restrict them as to which housing that you provide. Whether it's a thing, the thing is you get housing to go to job, right? So for me, in my mind, he spoke well, he did well, but like other speakers have said, he have come to familiarize himself. But I don't think at this point, from even statistics that Honorable Bruno is giving, it don't even go his way. But I mean, the knowledge in God, anyone who wins, if he wins, it will be fine. But then anyone who wins, he should also work in line with the president with all the good ideas to move our district forward. Thank you.
Thank you. I know you said something. I would disagree with you on some of those things you said, especially for Menta. Menta didn't take risks with the Liberian people. Menta benefited a lot from the Liberian people because we came from where we gave them everything at a 70-30 rate. So you can be taking, let's say 90-10 rate. We're giving you 90%, you're giving us 10% in return. So Menta benefited from us a lot. When I left from Europe in 2023, I went back to Liberia. We protest, and they end up by suing one of our members at that time, Pius Dolo. I even had problem with Mark Bloom that day. We went to a house, the man said, "Oh, I get class, I already attend class, which of course I schedule a meeting," or all of those things. But again, that's not a discussion point tonight. So let's leave it. Good evening and welcome to the show. Jackson Miaman Jr.
So you will come from Europe, and come cause trouble in our country, then you run away, you go back Europe. Then you want me to be part of the kind of thing.
We will go in that discussion after. Don't worry. We'll go to that one after. Jackson, you are muted. Please unmute yourself and speak to us shortly.
The journalist?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah.
Good evening and welcome to the show this evening, Jackson.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Gion. Thank you very much. Good evening to everyone, especially those who have started from tonight. Good evening.
Thank you. Give us a brief.
Are you hearing me?
We are getting you, but your background is a little noisy. Can you leave from there shortly to speak to us?
Yeah, sorry for that, because my house is located right near the office of Honorable Boris B. Valier, so that's where you are getting the noise from the background tonight.
That party they're having all the electoral activities they conducting.
God. First.
They make a never problem now.
Let's hear from you. Let's hear from you very shortly. Let's hear from you very shortly.
All right, thank you.
Go ahead.
Thank you very much for the question today. The AMDR conducted a debate here, and then as we all aware that we have 10 candidates who are participating in the upcoming bar election that is scheduled for August 12th. But then, unfortunately, we were able to get like 3 persons who present themselves today for the debate. And what surprises people is that one of the candidates of Cole Williams have been the one who has always, each time you go on the radio, you go to communities, he always make the public know that he's prepared for debate, for any other activities that will bring all of those candidates together. According to him, he have a lot of things that we want to discuss with the people. But then, unfortunately for him today, he was not part of the debate today at all due to reasons best known to himself. So these are raised concerns of citizens right now in the district, even on the BKS, the voice of BKS on the radio now. A lot of people make comment pertaining to why he did not turn out for the debate today, because he has been the one who have really been calling for debate. Whenever he go on the radio, he go to any other community, he always call for debate to be able to express himself to the public as well what he have on the platform that he's speaking of the district.
Thank you, Jackson. Because of time factor in your network connection, we want to ask you a specific question. You attended the debate today. You saw how the debate was conducted between the folks. We were following online that the debate ended somehow. When we say somehow, it means it didn't end well. Tell us what led to the debate not being concluded very well today.
Okay, thank you. Mainly to answer that question, it was the supporters of both Koto Kwaglu and that of Boris Badir that disrupted the whole forums today that result to the ending of the debate that kind of way that, even as we speak, Honorable Tako Mambia did not go on stage to ask his colleagues today his question because the supporters of the both candidates, Koto Kwaglu and that of Boris Badir, disrupted the forums. And even Mr. John Corey, who conducted the debate, was vexed, and other people even lost some of their phones, their materials today at the hall right after the end of the debate, because the way it ended, it was not something that I can say peaceful. So people ran away with their supporter, with their candidates, like Koto Kwaglu, his supporter, surrounded him, and then they were able to force him, carry him out. That's the same thing with Boris Badir, including Tako Mambia. So it was something that ended, and this raised up concern of most of the people who came to witness the occasion today in Butu.
Thank you. Leaving from the debate, we're going now to the political activities within the district. You as a journalist, you've been following the activities very closely. Tell us who is actually in the lead. Has you been speaking to citizens of the district on the radio? Who have they chosen to be their next leader? Based on your opinion pool you've been conducting and all of that.
Okay, thank you very much. From the beginning of the tour process up to present, I think like BKS have conducted like 3 officials opinion polls, and then the first one brought Honorable William Cole as the winner of the first one, and then the second one followed by Koto Kwaglu as the winner. The third one also followed by Koto Kwaglu again. So looking at the political activities of the various candidates right now in the district, if there's no need to grade them, we will put Kennedy Koto Kwaglu and that of Kennedy Boris Badir on the first page, and also followed by Kennedy Cole Williams and Kennedy Augustus Mekuo on the second position as well, because the political activities right now in the district, those are the people who are really on the top. And the election now, other people were saying that there's a free ride for Boris Badir. Other people were saying that there was a free ride for Koto Kwaglu. But then the presence of those 2 candidates today in Butu make the prediction very tough, that you cannot just get out and predict who will be the winner of the day, because their appearance today in Buya with Butu with their supporters and view from other citizens make the prediction very tough again as we speak.
Thank you very much, Jackson. Thank you for being here tonight. Finally, in 30 seconds, give us a parting comment.
Okay, thank you. Firstly, let me say thank you very much to the host, Mr. Jion, and our colleagues there, all of our senior brothers. Want to say thank you, and that's my pleasure to be with you whenever you guys need the information from the district. We are prepared. The only thing is that we are working so that we can get a good internet system, so that we will be able to bring you all of the happenings, all of the activities that is happening in our district right now. Thank you very much for having me on the platform.
Thank you, Jackson. Thank you for being here tonight and providing those information that you just provided. Again, folks, that was the voice of one of our reporters from Voice of BKS there in Butu, Jackson Miamin Jr., telling us about activities in the district and the just ended LMDI electoral debate today. Let's have your parting comment. Finally, guys, we cannot go to Boris Badir statement. It's a little bit noisy from his end there, so we cannot read the statement or we cannot play them here. But let's hear you. Let's start with you, Siawete Zoget, to your parting comment. You should include what the comrade Jackson just said in your parting comment in 2 minutes, 30 seconds.
Yeah, Jackson, they are doing pretty well. We must commend them for, their sacrifice to the community as well. And it is good that we have people who giving us, hands-on information. So it's good. Like he said, the election in District 5 is unpredictable for now. And he's putting other people, I don't know, I really wanted to ask him, but I could not. We didn't have the opportunity to ask him anyway. But it was a good show. I think tonight was rewarding. We hope to see the guests tomorrow. And thanks to everyone for following. It was a rewarding show. That's all I can say. And thanks to people who also show up for the debate. They did extremely well to at least unveil themselves. We also want to appreciate them for that. So, I'm okay for now. Thank you.
Thank you so very much. Thank you for being here today. Let's hear you, Shadrach G. Togbe.
Yeah, so let me say thanks to the young men I just left. They are doing very tedious work in the environment where connectivity is an issue. We all said it, and our points are our own opinions. So enough facts, but some are just reality of society we discuss. The only thing I can say, the people of Booyah should select who they want. Let the election go peaceful. Whosoever wins, Booyah win. Let the person represent Booyah, member and Liberia at large. So let me also commend those who appear today, even though they have limitations, but I think they will learn from that. The analysis will give them. I know some of them are listening, they will listen and will learn from that. When you want to be a leader, you can bring your sending posture down so that you listen to people. So they may take power here, they know raising arm, raising voice. So when in power now, you feel that you have no equal. These are some of the things we've been suffering from, from the origin of the country. When people in power, they feel they get the best idea or that the best person know. God get time for everybody to be in the space at a certain time. So when you get there, you have to listen. You are servant. You are not a ruler. So the kind of posture you gotta drop it as a leader. You want to gain that space. Even in your own house, if you shouting at your children all the time, you are teaching them how to be aggressive outside there. So you gotta lower your voice. How do you talk to them when they are wrong? Call that child. Say, hey, let's not do anything again. When you do that, you're not good. So that child learn from that aspect. Beating the child, shouting the child, making them more aggressive. So in a civil environment, you bring your voice down, but telling them wrongdoing, so that how leaders will behave in the same way. So let us continue preaching the civil adequate aspect of the election so people can vote their choice, and that's it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Shadrach. Thank you for your party comment. Alfonso, let's hold you last. Let's hear from you, Edis Lord Dennis. Good evening and welcome to the show. Ella, you are muted. Let's hear you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I think it was a very good show, and evaluating our, candidates on the line of debate and stage management. I think they will learn from it, like Shadrach just said. But with my brother Takpo, let me, I can't forget his last name, Takpo. You see, okay, Takpo Mambea. He's from here. And the problem we have with our brothers and sisters coming from the diaspora to come and contest over there, they have serious problems, even including Ide Gongo. Right after election, you will never see them again. And they will come back 2-3 months or even 1 year to election, which is not enough time. These people are very qualified. But the problem is they don't establish themselves in the district or county where they want to contest. Liberia right now is not what it used to be. They keep their eyes open. And people who don't have that qualification early on try to make their way through in the minds of the people. And if you come from here with a double master and maybe doctorate degree like Dr. Gompu, it will be very tough. At the end of the day, we ended up electing people who could not represent us to the extent that we wanted to be. So my advice to them is, if you want to contest in any of our districts or even in the counties, you have to go earlier, establish yourself, get a base, and do things that the people want you to do. Live with the people, eat with them, speak their language, know their language. That way you can make your way through. But don't go 1 day, 2 days, you want to run. No, that will not happen, and I believe that there will be nobody from here that will win election on our content. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for your time here tonight, Eda. We appreciate a lot. Alfonso, take us home on this issue.
Yeah. Thank you all for coming. It was a good show. I know, ringing from the ambushman, I believe the Constitutional Republic of Liberia mandate the government to allow the citizens to express themselves, associate themselves freely without hindrance. So any law that is contrary to that particular provision of the Constitution, I feel is unlawful and it should not be accepted in the society. Again, when it comes to the issue of Booyah, the debate, thank God that we have 3 persons appearing. It is frustrating to have 10 candidates but 3 appearing, but thank God the 3 went there and expressed a few things and showing some of them showing the limitation they had when we should have elected them to serve us. I think the citizens themselves should be looking at some of their lapses in the debate, what they will be, because the debate tells you what they will be, how they will be presenting themselves among people, when you elect them. So we have to look at that critically. So the issue about mood, the tech and then the Mambea, statement about police. I mean, just a security presence in Booyah and all that stuff. Development of Booyah, intellectualize it, but it is something that we're supposed to be looking at critically. The security issue in Booyah is concerning, and the national government need to look at that. The senators, our 2 senators, need to also engage the security apparatus, the police director, and other people in the government to see reason how they can have police depot in Mutuo, the border region, and also send the armed forces of Republic of Liberia to that region also. Yes, it's been a good show, and I see that everybody who come here will try to defend themselves in the other way. But again, it was a good show. The fellow from the station, I wanted to ask him if the opinion poll they've been conducting from all spectrum of the district, maybe the Yao, the Nyo, the Nikwea, the Wye, or they just take people just call from around Mutuo and other places. That the question I wanted to ask him, but again,
no, the opinion poll is conducted on a call basis. You call from Mutuo, you call from Monrovia, wherever you want to call from.
I know. What I wanted to get from him, whether they can capture the names down to say, oh, the person that call from, how many person call from Weibel, how many person call from Yao Bell, Nikwea Bell, and all things like that, to know, where those votes are. Because if people, maybe one person call from Yao, one person call from Wei, one person call from India, they just call a caller, you don't know where they call from, you don't marking it down, and majority of people call from Nikwea in favor of certain. I mean, somebody, you see the person in the lead, it will not be justice to the public. That's why I wanted to ask him.
Yeah. I'm going to ask them from there to give to try and see whether they can give us how many person call from each town so that we can have it discussed. But again, it was a good show, fellows. We had a very great discussion. I'd like to say thank you for being here tonight. We hope to have all of you tomorrow again. Shadrach, have a pleasant good night. See how it is. Same to you. Same to you, LA. Same to you. Alfonso, you is still in the evening, Adam. I don't know.
Amen.
Thank you.
I got 4 minutes to say here. I come and go take small food and eat. I get prepared for a job, bro.